Ladies and gentlemen, what the fuck is Stephen Hawking doing? What is happening? We've been gone for so long.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Do you think if he was still alive and that allegation, whatever came out, which I tend to believe it now, do you think he would? Do you think his first reaction would be to just walk out of his chair into the ocean, just bye?
I'm going north.
Yeah,
guys.
Later.
Yeah, I did not do these things that they are accusing me of.
Did you imagine? Like, I want to know what math problems they were doing.
We're going to hell for sure,
dude. Bro, we'll see him there, I guess. Here's the thing.
Oh my god.
Here's the thing. The allegations to me.
Do you think he has a wheelchair in hell, or can he walk? How's that work?
He just gets magic powers when he goes to hell. He gets.
If you're in heaven, when you're in heaven, do you go up there and float around as your best version of yourself? And in hell, like if you're the piece of shit in a wheelchair that watches midgets do Pythagorean theorem.
Hey, what if he got? What if when he died, because he died a little while back? What if when he got down there and he could walk, and then the devil found out about this shit, and he was like, "No, bro, back in the chair, back in the chair."
Yeah.
I mean, you got little Nas X on a stripper pole going down there to do a lap dance for the devil. So,
man,
well, he's actually out of that phase. I actually just read that 2 days ago.
Yeah, but then he made some like Jesus Christ video. Now a bunch of Christians are mad. I don't know. I'm Christian. I'm not mad.
He's just a controversial artist. Like,
I got no problem with Lil Nas X.
That song was a banger. Old Town. What's that?
Old Town Road. Yeah. Oh, dude, I just realized that this is in the frame. Hold on, let me move this out of the frame.
We got to start this over. This is horrible.
The Billy Ray Cyrus remix version is so good.
Oh, dude. I mean, honestly, listen, it's just a good song in general in the first place.
Catchy.
Here's the thing, though. When the Stephen Hawking thing came out, to me, it was like, there's no way this is real. Like, because it came out like, all right, he was definitely there, right?
Yeah.
Then this thing comes out, and it's like, well, what was he doing there? Paul, I don't know if did you hear the things that Stephen Hawking was doing there? You don't know this.
You guys don't understand. I don't watch the news. I don't have social media. I have nothing.
Bro, for 2 days on social media, this was a wildfire.
When did this take place?
We don't know that. I mean, it's in the documents. I would have to tell you, but
clearly, when him and Epstein were both alive.
Yeah, because they're both dead now.
One of those. Okay, got it.
Yeah, one of them wasn't dead. One of them was alive. It wasn't like a necrophilia situation, but it was everything. Here's the thing: when I read this, and I read that this is a real deposition from a person who was there, who said like they were like, well, what was Stephen Hawking doing? And when I read this originally, my thought process was this is what I pictured anyway.
Not running laps.
He's not running laps. He's not swimming in the pool. This guy was 14 hours into a deposition, and they're like, all right, Stephen Hawking. He's like, yeah, he liked, I don't know, man. I've been here. He just wanted midgets to get on chalkboards that were too tall and do really hard math problems. That's what they said about that. But I know Paul doesn't know this. You think I'm joking. That's what they said Stephen Hawking liked to do. He liked little people to undress and try to solve math problems on a chalkboard that was just out of reach of them.
The struggle was real. Not only can they not do math, they can't reach
that's
the board to do the
ultimate
math.
little man syndrome for a guy stuck in a wheelchair. Like,
dude,
wow.
Do problems that are too hard for you on a chalkboard.
Not even not write something, but math problems. Like, you're a dick.
Like, what were they paid, you think, to do that? Like, he's an ugly dude. Like, take out the mechanical assistance he needed. His face looked like just...
It just makes me think about Wolf on Wall Street.
Just like he ate 100 Sour Patch Kids at one time.
Yeah, he looks like his whole face looked like a candy corn punched in. Like,
here's the thing. What's great about this is 4 weeks ago we could never make these jokes, but now that we know he's a piece of shit,
I've honestly
you can make fun of any part of Stephen Hawking now. It's fair game.
Yeah, for sure.
Doesn't matter.
We don't know if these little people were actually underage either. I mean, that's where we're going to start digging around here.
Yeah, we need to figure that out. Well, that's what we need to figure out.
Good to be back, guys.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to after a very long, almost a year hiatus.
Longer than that.
Longer than a year. Season 3, episode 1. We're back. How much are we back? We don't know yet. We may do this weekly. I don't know. We may stop doing this next week. We may get canceled. Who knows?
This first bit.
Does our Manscaped code still work? Do we know?
I don't even know if Manscaped's still
try it
around.
Dude, I need it really bad.
Endorsed by Stephen Hawking.
It's a jungle. It's a jungle down there. Well, boys, what's been going on?
Do you think Stephen Hawking had a bush when he died?
God. Well, who's shaving him?
Yeah, who's shaving him? That's the thing.
Well, the same
Midgets
person
or little people?
Probably the same person that's shaving his beard or is brushing his teeth,
He couldn't
right?
grow a beard, dude.
What do people like
That face was way too twisted
You
up.
don't get paid enough to go shave. Oh my God, Zach.
Bro, you're cutting that guy if you're shaving him. His shit was all over the place,
Yeah,
dude.
it's like the roof of the pitbull's mouth. Yeah, like
Here's the thing: you could never make fun of Stephen Hawking until now. It's like now it's all just you can just say whatever you want.
Who cares?
Really.
That guy sucks.
What's been going on since we've done this last? What has happened? Paul has retired from touring.
Retired. Gone. Done.
Paul is home full time now.
Home full time. It's been great. Corporate,
but still doing the merch though.
Yeah, still in the merch business. But yeah, retired.
You're like an office guy now.
I'm an office.
You're
guy
a
now.
suit, but in a hoodie.
Yeah, I'm a corporate suit that wears a hoodie all the time.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
you retired, Motley Crue unretired, and then John went to work for Motley Crue.
Yeah,
he still works for us, by the way.
And Extreme.
And Extreme. He's done some gigs. He's done some gigs other than Shinedown.
How many days were you home this last year, you said?
19 days.
Stop.
19
Out
days.
of the whole year.
Yeah, there was the first 7 months where it was literally fly home into Shinedown or fly out to Motley Crue after a Shinedown tour or run.
That's not real. You slept in your house 19 days last year.
19 days. I wasn't even home for December, November. I was back in Europe with Extreme.
Dude,
the year.
Extreme. I would kill myself.
Wow.
There's no way.
Yeah, but I mean, once you get it, what's different though? I don't have kids, so like that aspect of that would make it. If I had a dog, it'd make it even more difficult to even be gone that far or long.
Well, I got kids, John.
Right.
3 of them now.
You had a kid in the meantime.
I had a kid.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I had one. He's
I
here.
forgot you had a third one.
He's alive. I don't think anybody knows his name yet. I wasn't even going to tell other than like the people who knew, like you.
His name's
John,
Mini Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, little Stevie, we call him.
He's in a Tyco truck.
Honestly, he talks better than Stephen Hawking does. Truly,
for sure.
Oh, jeez.
Loves math.
Yeah. Honestly, like it wasn't anything I was going to make public, and then I don't really do a lot of press stuff anymore. I just kind of choose not to. And we were at in Philly doing the WMMR show, a radio station that we love and we always will do anything for. And we go to the interview. The first question is like, "So you had another kid?" And I was like, "Yep, wasn't going to tell anybody that, but here we are."
God damn it, Pierre.
Yeah. I think that was Brent Porsche. Oh, it was Pierre, actually, I think.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's going on. My kids are fully into wrestling now, by the way.
Oh, that's right.
Dude, when you set that Ultimate Warrior outside the 7-Eleven, that thing is so good.
That is one of the greatest. One of the greatest. What? I'll send it. I'll put it in here. I'll put it in here to send to JR, and we'll put it in. And I will send.
Out. What?
It's not him. It's him cutting a promo in the 80s, but it basically says like, we'll put it right here.
Yeah.
It's him basically just talking insane like he always did. And it says me just trying to go into the 7-Eleven to get a drink, the homeless guy outside at 11 a.m. And it's just all these Ultimate Warriorisms that are so great.
Come on in. We're nightmares on the best part of my day. You can feel it, dude. You can feel it! And the heavens have opened up from above, and the warriors have spoken. You felt the power that makes the skies rumble and the earth shake.
And I believe I sent you guys the Shinsuke Nakamura video that Shinsuke did for my son for Christmas. We'll put that in here as well.
Hi, Avery. I think you know who I am. Yes, this is Shinsuke Nakamura. Yeah, your favorite wrestler. Are you a good kid? Santa gonna give you a present? This is Santa's present. Avery. Merry Christmas. Yeah.
Are you allowed? Okay.
It's pretty. Avery's 5, and so he watched it and got into it and was like, he only watched it one time for like the first like 4 weeks and then did not watch it again because I think it was kind of creepy for him.
What part? The Nakamura?
Yeah.
Or he's trying to go after Cody and stuff?
No. The video that Shinsuke sent Avery.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. When I watch him, like, is this guy in character or is this him on like a.
He's in pure character.
Well, that was the best part about the whole thing is that when he did it, he was completely in character. Like, I mean, he was like, and he had a Santa hat on, which was like, what the fuck is going on?
Even
Right. This
better.
guy just killed Santa.
Yeah, dude. It was like, we don't know
Red
anything
Mist.
that's happening right now, but this is the best thing ever. Yeah, my kids mimic the Ultimate Warrior thing, right? It's pretty great. I mean, it's pretty amazing.
I miss characters like that in wrestling.
Yeah, man. You know what's crazy is because my kids are now into this, I have kind of been forced to get back into it. And like, of course, we have tons of friends who are wrestlers but I was kind of like into it to the point where I would only watch the show like a week before I'd go to a live event. So if I went to a live event, I would be there because WWE always takes care of us. Yeah.
You want to know what's going on.
Yeah. WWE always takes care of us. They always put us in the first or second row. It's always fun. And so I'll watch it like a week before. But now here's what happened. I bought my kids the WWE game, 2K23.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, well, this will be fun. I still, by the way, this point, I still hadn't let them watch it on TV. So they still hadn't seen it on TV. They weren't watching it. Now, with that being said, when they start playing it for about a month and then they go, we go to Raw. Raw comes to town. I text some people. I get us into Raw and we're in the first row at Raw. On the way down there, because again, my kids they've never watched Raw, they've never watched SmackDown, they've never seen a pay-per-view, they've only played the game to this point. We're on the way down there, and it's like,
where's
Dada,
Andre the Giant?
Dada, yeah, 100%. Dada, is Macho Man gonna be there? I'm like, I got some bad news about Macho Man.
The tree that killed him.
There's a tree that.
They're like, is Andre the Giant gonna be there? I'm like, got some bad news about Andre the Giant too. Is Hulk Hogan gonna be there? Hulk Hogan's definitely not gonna be there. What about then they're like asking about all these people who are like either dead or retired. I'm like, man, that guy's this sucks. Is The Rock gonna be there? Nope, The Rock's not gonna be there either. So we go, and I'm like, I'm wondering if this is the make or break point, right? Like, is Avery doesn't like to go to Grizzlies games. Like, gets so bored, ready to leave. Ollie goes.
I get that though.
Yeah, he's 5 and he doesn't really like basketball. Ollie loves basketball. So him going to a Grizzlies game makes perfect sense, right? So we go and I'm like, man, my brother's there with me. So I'm like, hey, if Avery wants to leave, I'll leave with Avery. You can keep Ollie here. Like or if Ollie wants to go, like you can still stay. So we're about an hour into it and I get a text saying, hey, do you want to come back and meet some of the guys and the girls? I'm like, yeah, sure. So we go back and the kids meet Raquel, who we're friends with, obviously.
Yep.
And then they meet Seth Rollins and they meet Kofi and they meet Trish Stratus was there. So for me, that was like all right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, bro. I was teenage Zach Myers was a Trish Stratus
Hell yeah.
Puppies.
fan. I was a fan. I was more of a Stacy Keibler guy, but Trish Stratus was.
Thanks, really?
Yeah.
Wasn't Stacy Keibler married to George Clooney?
Is it a hype thing?
What?
Wasn't George Clooney dating a wrestler?
What?
I think George Clooney dated a famous wrestler.
Stop.
Where's our fact checker? Come on.
I got it. I'm right here.
Someone like George Clooney.
Someone like George Clooney.
But someone
now it's not George Clooney anymore.
Someone of that level was dating Stacy Keibler.
George Clooney dated Stacy Keibler.
Yes.
Confirmed.
I know my legs. All right.
What a G.
Shout out to George Clooney.
Also,
Damn.
George Clooney, very handsome man.
Yeah. Like I'd date George Clooney.
Same.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Look at those, dude. Come on, handsome son of a bitch.
He's that
so
ultimate silver fox.
100%. So Trish Stratus was there. So I'm bricked
Okay.
up at this point. Just happy to be there with
Yeah.
my kids. So my kids take pictures with everybody. Triple H is back there walking around, and Shinsuke walks by, and I see Avery like going like, "Who's this guy?" Because he's like really like talking to anybody.
Yeah.
And then
he
we go
can't
back
talk.
out. Yeah, because he can't. We go back out there, and like I see Avery just kind of like be reinvigorated because now Seth Rollins is out there, and then Shinsuke comes out. He's like, I just saw these people. Now they're here. Like with Ollie, I feel like there's been times where I've been able to put it together. Like when we played Nashville last May or 2 Mays ago or whatever, we had this on the Planet Zero tour. The stage went all the way out, and I could see Ollie, and for the first time ever, I saw him like look around and then look at me and like put it together, right? Like, oh, that's my dad. Like these people are here to see my dad's and his friends. And like that, so that I saw him put it together. And at that moment, I saw Avery put together like what this was. And it reminded me of myself, like when I was young, like the first time I saw Hulk Hogan or Andre the Giant, right? And so, dude, we got home and buddy, it's all he watches. And like, by the
Hell
way,
yeah.
their new iPads are hooked to my YouTube. So my YouTube algorithm now, fucked. So fucked. So here's the thing.
Wrestling.
I'm just like trying to like watch my cooking videos and like, live shows of bands. And I'm in like a 2-hour Jim Cornette podcast at this point. Dude, I'm just like this.
That's how Hercules Hernandez was murdered?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
got it.
Dude,
Go back to chicken piccata.
Yeah, dude, like I can't. I'm watching this like Between the Ropes. I'm watching Eric Bischoff. I'm watching like I know all the wrestling language now. I'm like, why is this guy not doing business, bro? Like I'm like, you know what I mean?
Come on, dog.
Yeah. Dude, it's so bad. And like my YouTube algorithm, I should like screen record my YouTube page. And it's just like, that's the only thing it is. But it's great to like, they're now to the point where like Avery used to love, he still loves music, but now the only songs he listens to are WWE songs.
Does he like
That's-
Brett Michael or Shawn Michaels?
Yes, he likes
Sexy
Shawn
boy?
Michaels. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
His main themes though, he loves the Cody Rhodes theme.
Yeah.
He loves Jey Uso's theme.
Yeah.
I've got videos of him. I've got videos of him
He-
walking
yeah.
in to like he turns off all the lights. Like turns off all the lights and we'll do like the Shinsuke thing or like the Jey Uso thing. Like it is wild. Like he does the Shinsuke thing, he does the whole deal.
Okay, that was my song.
That's fun, man. That's at that age where I had fallen out of wrestling when I was a teenager and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then Tommy got into wrestling. I was like, I'll check it out. Cadence was only a few years old at that time. And then it was like, she was like, oh, you know that guy? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, we're watching this from here on out. I'm like,
So
Okay.
she's still into it.
yeah. And then I would go back and show her like all the old like WrestleMania 10 and the Royal
Oh, fuck
Rumbles
yeah.
and all that. And then she's like, can we watch old wrestling? I'm like,
Oh, dude.
yeah.
My kids
I'll
love
find the video from a couple years ago where she was just like, I just want to watch old
Avery
wrestling.
has Bethany playing violin every time he walks into a room.
No, but I learned it. I learned it on piano and guitar, the Shinsuke intro. The
Oh, hell yeah.
And I'll play it now. Like he'll get embarrassed and he'll be like, Dada, stop. Dada, stop. But then I got videos. Well, we'll put one in here of him like literally cut like all lights out, coming in and like doing the whole thing. Like he walks like him, like he's like does like the whole deal. I'm like,
Strongman
yo,
style.
this
Yeah.
is wild to me. Wild.
That's cool though,
great.
man.
Yeah, it's great. It's a fun thing for him to be into. Now, herein lies the problem. They used to play together and they used to do all these things. Now they only want to wrestle each other.
Hell yes.
And I had to shut down wrestling. Wrestling's been shut down now for about a month. They can still watch it, but they can't wrestle each other. Oh, dude, I walked in one day and I'm like,
you fucking jerk.
dude, listen, Avery's
Selfish.
dude. This dude's trying to do a sharpshooter on Avery. Walks
Hell yes.
all the way backwards. Avery's neck is like this.
Let it happen.
Their bones are made of rubber. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, hey, I know they got a bunk bed. Let him elbow drop from the top.
Yeah, just don't let them play dress up as Chris Benoit. You guys should be all right. Look, Mom, I got a Bowflex. There's Dad. Yeah.
Oh my God, John.
There's
back.
I'm in a Facebook group. It's basically
Wow.
Let's
hear this
group.
segue.
The Facebook group I'm in is basically Chris Benoit was murdered. And I've always thought the circumstances of that
Here we go.
were super bizarre. And
Conspiracy?
some of these people have all these different toxicology reports and all this stuff and neighbors. They put all this stuff in there. And a lot of stuff, obviously, hooky because people are attached that they're not really dead type thing or they didn't really do it. But I'm just like, it was such a fascinating. I think that's do you guys remember a wrestling death outside of Owen Hart growing up, or where you kind of like a shocking, like this person really did this?
No, I don't really remember anyone dying. I remember when Andre the Giant died.
I remember that.
I was pretty bummed about that.
Owen Hart, what was that? Valentine's Day Massacre or some shit?
Yeah,
where
I
he
was in
fell?
Kansas City.
Yes.
I was in Kansas City at the
Yeah.
Kemper Arena, or the Kemper Arena, whatever it was. I remember that one because
Jimmy Snuka killed a woman.
I remember the Owen Hart one because like I was like obsessed with weird stuff as a kid, like people, not people dying, like, but I would want to see like, oh my, how they die. I want to see like the video. And I remember that was like LimeWire, Napster time. And like, you know that there's no footage of that anywhere?
Well, I'm sure Vince and they just out of respect would never just
They scrub. I mean, they
everything.
burned the original thing, and what was crazy about it too is that I'm sure somebody has it on VHS when they were like recording it. You know what I mean? Like somebody has to have a VHS. of
Holding
that.
out, yeah.
Like when they recorded it live or whatever. Because that was
now you couldn't do that because as soon as
that was-
someone has a phone on, that's being tweeted out, texted out.
everyone can see that now at this point. But that was WWF In Your House, I believe, was the name of the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
right?
I remember when JR or was it JR or he was the one that first came in just to know.
He had to let people know, which was the
Yes,
awful.
and then Undertaker's fighting the next match, and you just see him visibly. That's his dog. That's his bone crew.
They were
Yeah.
they were
Yeah.
they were all very bummed.
Oh, just
You could
crazy,
see it.
man.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the Iron Claw?
I did.
I heard it's amazing, and I heard it.
Tragic.
Zach,
Yeah.
you need to watch it.
I heard. Well, here's the. It was the pay-per-view that he died. It was Over the Edge.
Over the edge, literally over the edge.
Ironic.
Great
name.
LA Gun song too.
Ironic name at this point. All my friends texted me and said, if you have brothers, don't go see Iron Claw because you're gonna cry.
Well, you got the same number of brothers too, so
I've got a lot of
or
brothers. Yeah, I got a lot of brothers. So like it'd be, I don't know. I feel like that'd be kind of rough for me. I don't know. We'll see.
It's a very but that leads to my next question. When are they going to do an Owen Hart movie?
You'd think they would do a Heart Foundation
or
movie just 'cause-
not even
Oh
a
my
Heart
God,
Foundation.
that would be
What's
Hart Foundation.
the dungeon? Where they all trained on him.
Yes.
The Dungeon.
Yeah.
Stu
Yeah.
Hart.
Man.
Stu Hart.
Stu
Brett.
Hart. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be such
yeah.
a good movie.
Yeah, dude, I'm. Please don't let this become a wrestling podcast. But I was like, again, I go down all these rabbit
I'm
holes
down.
now. And there's talking about how like Ric Flair was like mad at Jim Ross because of the plane ride from hell.
Yes.
Dark
With
Side of
Vince
the
and-
Ring episode or whatever.
Yep.
I was like watching all these videos, man, and like it's crazy. All these podcasts are so good. I like watch like Brett. Like Brett has become kind of this like, obviously, to me, the greatest wrestler of all time as far as like wrestling goes.
Yes.
But he's almost a little bit in this like Jim Cornette thing where it's like everything new sucks, all the old shit's great. You know, like.
I was literally having this.
I think he's in
conversation with John
character for
yesterday.
that though. Like I think that's part of his character now.
I think
But
so too,
that's
because
also the thing is like back then, guys like Bret Hart, they truly believed that they were the best there was, and ever will be.
yeah.
And he wouldn't drop the title unless it made sense. Like, can this guy actually beat me? No, then I'm keeping the title.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. Like to me, the internet has ruined a myriad of things in life. Maybe none more than wrestling.
Unfortunately, yes.
I mean, you talk about the whole kayfabe thing, and like, to me, like when that, like, dude, what's crazy is, funny enough, me and Jordan were talking about this at lunch today.
Michael,
I go, do you think Hulk Hogan hates the internet? I was like, because before the internet, Hulk Hogan was a god, dude, no wrong. And then the internet comes out and be like, hey, have you heard all the shit that this guy's just lied about for no reason at all?
Blatantly lied on Rogan. Everything is like,
dude.
why is he lying
The crazy
about?
part about it is like I was listening to this Cornette thing, and Jordan's not a Cornette guy because he's like same thing I kind of said about the Bret Hart thing, even though Cornette's way worse. It's like Cornette is like, I like the old school shit. Everything new sucks. I hate everything. This is the way to. But I love listening to him because he's so smart and he knows so much about the business. Mm-hmm. But him talking about he obviously does not like Hulk Hogan. But even in Hulk Hogan's defense, he'll come out and be like, hey man, you're Hulk Hogan. What do you need to lie about?
Why?
You already have the coolest life ever. Like, he's like, dude, and you have so many real stories that are great. He's like, so like, he's going on and be like, yeah, I body slammed Andre the Giant, brother, and he died the next day. Like, he died years later. It's like, Hulk Hogan
that's how we put him to the grave. I body slammed him.
Hulk Hogan doesn't think that you can just like look things up on the internet.
No.
It could be CTE though.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be.
You're right. Very much could be CTE, brother.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. It's wild to like see like, dude, the Hulk Hogan vitriol on the online. It's like there was one I sent one. I think I sent it to you, Paul, too, or like we sent it in the 3.5 min text where it was like it was like every lie Hulk Hogan has told a thread, and it was just like this
so
bullshit.
good. It's like why?
It was so good.
We're just a bunch of fucking wrestling marks, man.
Yeah, dude, I love it.
You're searing a piece of salmon watching the death of Dino Bravo and Beyond the Mat. You're like, good God, man.
Man, I tell you what, I wish my kids could watch Dark Side of the Ring. That's one of my favorite shows.
Let them. Come
Let
on.
them. You'll be on that season 6 for
Who's
sure.
Chris Benoit?
For sure. Oh, boy.
Oh, dude, I would go on that show.
It'd be cool if they did that for bands. Almost like a episode, whatever. This episode today is Crossfade.
I think they did.
It's just like super dark.
I think they did.
Like
it was called Behind the. I think it was called Behind the Music.
Yeah, but I mean, but do it in the vein of like the wrestling one, the Dark Side of the Ring, where it's just like nothing positive.
There's nothing good going on.
Don't even
here.
talk about the hits.
Just Trapped. Just an episode on Trapped.
Dude, I had no idea. That there was like 8 Doink the Clowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it was one Doink the Clown.
One of them became a bouncer at a Hooters.
Yeah, one of them actually Bastion Booger too.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, Bastion Booger was a early 90s.
Crush, I believe, was another one.
Yeah.
It was Crush. I remember Crush.
And then they teamed up with Mabel and did like the Dick Doink and all that crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like 96, I think, Survivor Series.
I fucking love old wrestling.
Dude,
God, what the fuck is wrong with us?
Dude, I love it.
I couldn't tell you the day of the week and we're naming off doinks.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, I don't even know one. I don't know one Doink's name, and you guys are over here doinking it up. You guys are like, let me tell you about Doink.
All right. Anyways.
Oh man, what else is going on?
Fuck. We've gone through multiple holidays since we've.
Yeah. What'd you get your daughter for Christmas, Paul?
A pair of custom dunks.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. She's in the shoe. Like,
yeah.
Dad's got shoes, so it's.
And you got your own spot now. You live in a house that you own.
I own a home.
Dude, that's
it's,
wild.
If you guys hear anything in the background, I'm having.
What's that artwork?
So, just different posters, shows I've done or shows I've gone to. And,
I don't know if that was like pictures, like adult coloring books you did.
Yeah, no. I go back every once.
He hasn't finished the 2 on the right. Yeah. That's what he's working on next. Is the 2 on the right.
You only have 2 crayon colors.
Yes, that's it.
Red and blue. That's all you got.
I got Liz over here.
I really like American flag theme motifs. That's kind of like what I like to go for. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
I love that.
Hey, question for Zach: was maybe you can't really comment on this per se because you're contemporaries or people you could possibly tour with, but Sleep Token, Bad Omens, these recent bands that deleted social media because they got outed, all this stuff, and then they launch a tour. And so the other day, someone was like, Bad Omens did the same thing.
Yeah, I saw
All the social
that.
media deleted. And someone's like, oh my God, as fans, we're toxic. They don't deserve to be dealing with all these crazy fans. And I simply wrote, you realize this is just a new tour announcement or a new album, or stop it. And the woman's like, it's just fans are toxic. And then part of me gets where she was coming from because fans can be toxic. But I'm like, fans that do this, that go black on the social media, that you know what it is.
I mean,
right?
It's not like you don't say it's
Sleep
like
Token pissed that people know who he is now. Like, come on.
I don't think
is
they're
that-
pissed.
did
I think
that
I think
happen?
at that point you know it's inevitable. You know what I mean? Like
It's
you
gonna
know,
happen.
yeah, you know that it's inevitable. There he is.
There he is.
What's up, you terrorist? What is that?
Hi.
What were those balloons you just sent up?
I don't know. What? How did that happen?
I don't know what was that. That was weird.
That was
Who-
crazy.
I don't
Is that
like
Shinsuke Nakamura?
I don't know. I don't know. What
It's
that was.
Shinsuke.
Tan Clan.
Wait, I think it comed up when I came.
Oh, it's your fault. Okay.
Oh,
got
God.
it.
Was it your entrance music now in the podcast?
Yes, he's got balloons. It's his intro music.
Yeah, old
That was
Pennywise.
my
I'm
fault.
setting a timer.
Because I'm doing a podcast. All right, I'll see you in a minute. I love you.
God, you look good, Ollie.
No. Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Call
Yep,
CPS.
there he goes. Go back to the
Child
chalkboard.
abuse.
Do your math problems.
All right, let me finish this.
Still.
No, you can't be.
All your kids look alike.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, which one is that?
That's
Who is
Avery.
that?
I can do this part with him here. It's fine. I feel like it's definitely not the oldest trick in the book, but it's been around for a couple of years. Listen, we're guilty of doing it. I think we were one of the first ones to do it when we cleared everything out
He's not
and
gonna
put the
do
phone
it.
numbers. We put the phone numbers up for attention, like
doesn't
when you
know
could call.
this.
Get out of here!
He doesn't. You don't know it.
Get out of here!
You don't know it.
Get out of here!
Beat him.
Go
Beat
do math
your
problems.
kid.
Anyway, my son, who thinks he's funny and is most of the time. Yeah, I think we're guilty of doing it too. I will say, like, I was wondering when the sleep token thing was going to get figured out because it's like, listen, dude, Slipknot got figured out like
They were
early
doing
internet
that years
days.
ago.
So
Yeah,
did Ghost, right?
And Ghost did too. Dude, listen, if Kiss can get found out in the 70s and the 80s, bro, you stand no chance of anonymity this day and age. I will say, I think the Bad Omens thing is different. I don't know if they're going to announce a tour. I think that, like, here's the thing. Fans are very protective over them, which is like kind of funny because most fans are like, when it comes to that, are kind of shitty. But I know Noah is very private. But it's like, I feel like people like kind of sexualize that dude a lot. You know what I mean? Like in like weird ways, like weird ways. But at the same time, it's like he deleted his. Why you delete the band one? It's got to be something promo related, I would think. But like,
It just seems suspicious after Sleep Token 4 days earlier.
in Sleep Token, like what was theirs? Like, it says like nothing good ever lasts or something like that.
Yeah, then they announced a new tour.
Yeah, but
A
that's
headline
like,
tour.
yeah, but I think what happened, because I'm kind of like Paul in a way. Like I have social media, but I don't really keep up with like the haps of what's going on. So like when I see people talking about Sleep Token, like, oh, they ruined this for everybody. I'm like, then I got to go like,
Yeah, of course.
then I got to like go to Safari and be like Sleep Token.
yeah.
And it was, I guess one of the guys' birth certificates got out or something like that. So they found out one of their names, and I'm like, dude, that's gonna come out. It's like, listen, we all know the guy from Dope is the guy playing Wayne Stat. You know what I mean? It's like we know
Correct.
what this
Whoa,
is.
whoa,
Like,
whoa,
right?
what?
It's Edsel, right?
it's Edsel Dope. Yeah. What do you mean? Paul's
Wayne
in,
Static
What?
is
He's
dead?
not alive still?
Paul's still in his wrestling phase that we were just talking about. Hold
Yeah.
on.
You just killed this for me.
And that's the thing is like, it's like, I feel like, to me, I don't know. I feel like that's like, I guess it's a promo tool. I don't know. I haven't reached out to anybody in Bad. I don't know anybody in Sleep Token, but I haven't reached out to anyone in Bad Omens. I know they're out with Bring Me the Horizon right now.
Yeah, they're
Honestly,
in the UK.
who cares?
Yeah, I mean, I
fucking
don't
cares?
care per se because I'm not invested in them, but I care the fact that
I get where he's coming from. Yeah, I get where John's coming from in the sense of like, like
it's like stop it. Like unless
it's not a mystery thing anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Who cares? Like, who
right.
gives a shit? They want to do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Justin Timberlake just deleted all his too, and then like literally the next day announced that he was playing a show in Memphis the other night that I went to and was amazing.
Was Andy out there?
No, Andy's not there. We're holding Andy tight. He's not allowed to go anywhere else. I thought he was going to be there. It would have sounded a little better if he was there, I will say.
Do you think Timberlake, the kids are older now and he's excited to write again, or is it just kind of like just get out of the house and see if he still wants to do it?
I didn't see him this time, and the last time I did see him, you were with me, and he said, I'm not going to do this anymore. That's what he said. That's what he said to you and me standing right there. So I was kind of shocked, but I heard I've got some, I didn't see him, but I saw a bunch of his people, and it was like, yeah, man, he's in a good headspace. Everybody's happy. Like his kids are he's got 2 kids. They're getting a little older. I think they're out of LA pretty much a lot. They kind of have a Midwestern home where they live a lot. And I think that they're kind of, that's where they're kind of hanging. And I think that now he's just like, he can do it in his own time. I know he's, I probably shouldn't say that. I'm sure he'll play shows. I'll put it that way. He won't do as much, I don't think. But yeah, I think he's just getting older. Like they played a couple new songs. They were pretty good. I thought they were legit.
We have Usher at the Super Bowl this year. What's your thoughts on that?
The only reason it made sense to me is because he has had one of the best, the Super Bowl's in Vegas, and he has had one of the best residencies in Vegas in a long time. Like his residency.
He's also collaborated with a ton of people that could potentially pop up.
Oh, I'm sure. I remember last year.
Could you imagine if it was a Eminem versus Taylor Swift Super Bowl?
Oh, dude, I would love that. I would love that.
Give me Wayne Newton if you're in Vegas.
Maybe he brings out Wayne Newton, dude.
Damn.
Holy shit.
He brings out Copperfield, who was also on Epstein Island.
Usher and who was Wayne Newton?
No, Copperfield.
Oh, Copperfield. Me and you have been talking about that forever.
Do some magic
Yeah, he wasn't magic. He wasn't magic enough to make that fucking list disappear, was he?
Yeah, he's like, oh fuck, my cock is still here. Oh, I gotta go.
Didn't he have like didn't Copperfield have his own island?
Maybe he tried making it disappear. It was a magic.
I was gonna say Magic Man.
I thought Porter told me like he had like a pretty like rapey island. I thought.
Yeah, it's the island that Hanson and Alabama Myers play at.
That was Jamaica with Hanson, and that was fun, man. I had a good time. Doing that. It was cool. I got to go on a boat.
I'm sure you did
this week. I did make a joke though. I did make a joke on stage.
Your fucking hair, hippie.
I know it's long as fuck right now. It's the only thing that covers up the fact that I'm losing it. I don't know if we talked about this last time on the podcast, boys, but we've always talked about my hair and me going potentially bald. I've always had very thin hair. Do you know that I was doing all these things. I had surgery on it, like, I don't know, 7 years ago. I was doing all these things. And then do you know that I know John knows this, I think. I went to a dermatologist, and my dermatologist was like, hey man, you're not losing your hair. I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, you have one of the worst cases of psoriasis that I've ever seen in my life on your head. He goes, you also have localized alopecia. I'm like, what? I'm like, wait, I have an excuse for this? He's like, yeah. I go, he goes, well, your hair's thin. I go, dude, my hair's been thin since I was born. Yeah. Look at my kids' hair. My kids have thin hair. They're dude, they got the same hair. Yeah. So I have to go now once a month and get 15 shots in my head. Dude, my psoriasis, my psoriasis is so bad. Like, especially we just had a big snow and it got really cold.
Oh,
and dude, just dry weather, red welts all over my head, man. So I'm not going as bald early as I thought I was. But anyway, to get back to this, the reason I do this is when I pull it up, you can't even tell. It's pretty great. Covers it up pretty well. My drummer
How long are you going to grow that hair, though, you think? You want like a long...
I think I'm going to trim it like probably soon. I got to go on a cruise this next week. John, do you go on a cruise after me? Are you doing Shiprocked?
No, I'm doing, I got Rock Legends Cruise. coming up.
I got offered to go on Shiprocked, and I'm going to publicly apologize to the Shiprocked people right now. I had some stuff going on at home, and me getting away for an extra week, literally, because I would have to get off the rock boat and jump straight. Also, I can't do 2 boats in 2 weeks. I'm jumping at this point. Yeah. So
why is Seemingly Unknown not doing a live broadcast on one?
you know what? That's something that now that we're back, we should definitely look into. We should be doing more live shows, especially this year, since we're Shine Down. This is I like to say it's a year off, but Brent gets really upset about that. It's not a year off, even though, because we're not off. I was actually supposed to fly to Charleston in 2 days to do something, but I just found out it got canceled today, actually, like 5 minutes before I jumped on this podcast. But yeah, Shinedown's only going to do 11 shows this year, which I'm stoked about that, but we're going to write a record and make a record. So I think this is the year. It's only January. I think this is the year for the Seemingly Unknown live podcasts.
Just making a fucking dog show.
Dude, 100%. Just complete variety show. Just shit show. Let's get Paul to start drinking again.
Oh, God.
Yeah, me and Paul both start drinking again. We haven't drank in years. We'll just start drinking again. It'll be great.
When's the last time you drank, Paul? I haven't drank in a couple weeks.
Stop.
Really?
I've known to drink. I can't drink by myself.
You can.
I was introduced with the violent care improvement.
Yes,
during the pandemic, you can.
COVID showed us all that you can drink by yourself.
But when you're home, I don't even really have any urge to do it.
I day to be alive.
July will be 12 years for me.
Yeah, what a pussy.
I know.
Man.
Who fucking quits drinking, right?
Do you think your daughter has drank yet? Or smoked a cigarette?
She's 10.
All right.
No.
She does have her first dance coming up.
Oh, shit. Who's chaperoning? You better bring Tommy in there to start clotheslining.
Yeah, dog.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. I swear to God, I'm going to chaperone because I don't trust anybody.
Yeah, dog. I don't know. That's a rough one. That's why, this was like the girl try, right? Like this was like this kid.
Oh, for you. Yeah.
Yeah, this kid was
girl try.
This was the girl attempt. I mean, listen, it's 2024, baby. He might end up being a girl.
He might be a she, and she might be.
You might have 3 of them.
Let him decide.
Yes, 100%.
Fucking idiot.
I'm a fucking alien. You will address me as such.
Hey, listen, you don't drive a car. It is illegal for you to drive a car, but listen, you can be whatever you want to be. Fucking idiots. Fuck these people, man. Anyway, I may have a girl. I don't know. We'll see one day whenever he decides what he wants to be. But yeah, this was the girl try. And that's it. I'm done. I got 3. I'm 3 and out.
You snipped yet?
No, but I'm definitely going to do it.
Does that work, the snipping? I've heard people that
didn't work for Hoogie very well.
Yeah. Oh, dear God. They probably snipped the wrong thing.
Hoogie's went wrong.
Oh my God.
Hoogie's went
surgery up there.
Yeah, dude. That's that Canadian Medicare, man. You don't want anything to do with that.
Yeah, free healthcare. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi. Hello.
Free healthcare. Okay, buddy.
Free don't mean good.
They have beavers up there snipping fallopian tubes like it's fucking such a joke.
J.R. Moore has one of the best snip stories ever. He told me that he was like really like, obviously you're nervous when you're doing that, right? And his doctor comes in and goes, hey man, we're about to get ready to do this. He goes, you got your pants off? And J.R. goes, yeah. He goes, all right, I'm gonna go take mine off. I'll be right back. I was like, that's one of the great, that would ease me. That would ease me up. Yeah, dude. I would be like, all right, I'm loosened up, doc. Take yours off too. Let's do it. Never mind. Anyway.
I mean, yeah.
Dude, why not? Why wouldn't you?
I did find out. I went in for not a surgery, but a procedure. I have a bulging disc between my L4 and L5.
Yeah.
And it's a herniated disc protruding out towards my spinal cord.
That's what Eric has.
And it sucks. So I had to have an epidural done.
Yeah.
Ooh. How old are you?
Not old enough to need that shit.
Yeah, what the fuck?
He's younger.
Fucking boxes.
He's the youngest one of us.
36.
What was I say? Jesus, dude.
I'm
No,
40.
yeah, I
I'm
beat up-
40
I beat
now.
up my body though. You're fucking old.
40 now, dude. You know what's
look
crazy? I do, yeah, dude, I do. Do you know what?
Look,
you know,
used up.
do you know what else has happened between the last? Dude, this is now that I'm thinking about the date and time. You know what's happened between the last podcast and season 3 since we took over
Everything?
a year off? I lost 30 pounds. I mean, John was there for it all. I
Where, in
lost.
your pants?
No, dude, I was like a skinny boy. I switched to basically I was eating meat and drinking water. It was pretty much all, and I was lifting weights. Lifted weights every day, 7 days a week. And I only ate meat and water, and then every 10 to 14 days I would just like house a half a pizza. Just kind of reset it and get some carbs in there and then start back.
Feel like shit for 6 hours.
Yeah, dude, just feel like a piece of hot burning trash. I've put back on 25 of those pounds I lost. In a year, I feel like Kirstie Alley Oprah, dude. Like I lost it, just put it right back on, man.
Well, at least you're
At
still
what
alive.
point do you just realize you're like, okay, this is how much I weigh? Like
Yeah, but I weigh too much.
Do you
Like,
think
I'm
it's- you're
overweight.
not a
big
like,
guy.
No,
though.
I'm
Your
not. I'm not a
environment
big
right
guy.
now, too?
What'd you say, John?
Your environment right now too. It's like you're home. You've had a ridiculously over the top winter for your
Yeah.
area.
Oh yeah.
So it was conducive to like staying home, fucking eating.
And I cook a lot, so that's been another issue, you know. But for me, honestly, like when I get home, I still like work out and lift weights. The thing I don't do that I get on the road is cardio. I burn 2,200 calories a night on stage, just on stage. That's not walking around the arena, doing 10,000 steps of just bullshit.
Yeah, we walk all days off too. It's like
Yeah,
we're
we
always
walk on
walking.
we walk on days off too, and it's like, what I found about myself is, I was talking about this. A bunch of us went to dinner 2 nights ago. I was talking about this when I'm on tour, and Eric kind of brought this to my attention. Really, like when I'm on tour, I have 2 modes. I wake up, and John will tell me I have a show that day. All right, well today's a show day. Now I know what my routine is. I'm going to eat lunch between 1:30 and 2 because I don't eat dinner. And then I'm going to eat after the show, and then I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to work out. I'm going to do the whole deal. All right. Non-show day. All right. We're going to get up at noon, and we're going to walk around whatever city we're in, or we're going to go to the movies, or we're going to do the things we do. I have 2 modes. And even in both modes, I have someone there all the time telling me what my day is. You know, I have a permanent babysitter, you know, whether it be Maddie or John or Shelby or Ed or Aaron. Like somebody's always there with the 4 of us being like, this is what you
A
have to do.
calendar you can look into your phone that tells you the weather.
I've got 4, you know, our tour manager is the most thorough person on earth. Do you know what I mean? And
Shout out, Ed.
yeah, shout out to Ed. And like, so I've got 4 calendars. I've got a band one. I've got a personal one. I've got a full party one of the crew and the band. Like I have all these things. So like I have all, and when I get home, I'm left to my own fucking vices. Like dude, the other day I was like, it's 3:30. I haven't eaten yet. Because I'm just like running around being a dad and doing stuff, you know what I mean? And then what I've learned really in the last little bit, especially seeing a lot of people online is, well, we can eat whatever we want now, boys, because there's Ozempic. Bro.
Every time I see someone who looks like they've changed
Skeletor now?
or whatever, and the comments on the social media is always like, oh man, they must be on the Ozempic. Dude, I die laughing every time.
I wish... You know, like when we were kids and there'd be like the 80s movies with like X-ray goggles and you could see like
They Live.
Yes.
Dude, if we could have goggles for Ozempic, we'd be like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Everyone, dude, I'm telling you right now, I
can't be
know
healthy.
there's no way. There's no way.
I wouldn't be scared to even take. I'd rather play Russian roulette than take it.
Would you take a gas station boner pill?
Fuck yes.
At least
I was like, I just took one.
at least once. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm not worried about that. Fuck, I'll eat anything out of a gas station.
Yeah, dude. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Blue Chew. Can we get the Blue Chew ads on here?
Oh man, we do an episode where we just eat those things. Like
Oh
fucking-
my God.
Just see how long we can last.
Every time John says something that's going to get us canceled, we have to take a Blue Chew.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Dude,
Fuck.
we could build the wall, dude. We'd be bricked up so much. We could just
Just stacking.
Just laying bricks. Here's the
Dick
thing.
on dick on dick.
Just hard, dude.
Just Chinese finger
Dude.
traps. Just
Harder than a little person trying to solve an equation on Epstein Island
All
for
right.
on a
This was
chalkboard
fun.
that's too tall for them to reach. Dude, I bet I know 10 people on this shit and none of them will admit to it. None
Was
of
that
them.
thing? I'm trying to think. I don't really know anyone that's drastically. I see a lot of celebrities like Jonah Hill. Have you seen him recently?
He didn't do it though. He does it.
fluctuates a lot.
He fluctuates. He'll get big.
I mean, it looks scary. The picture I saw the other day.
Yeah. I dig Jonah Hill though. That's like,
Yeah, so do I.
I like a fuck Hollywood guy. Like he's just like, I'm gonna wear flip flops and smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
And like if I'm fat, I'm fat this year. If I'm skinny this year. Like he loves to go surfing. Like he's
Do you
pretty.
think Paul Walker was on Epic?
No, I don't think it was around then.
That tree was.
Fuck.
Oh my God, John.
The
Well-
Leprechauns. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, man, I just feel like I know like people personally who I'm like, there's no fuck, like I haven't ever seen you work out. I do know someone personally someone's my buddy's wife, a friend of ours, wife who took it, and he was like, she lost 50 pounds. He goes, but she shits like every 2 weeks.
Oh God.
That's what he said. I'll tell you who it is after, but
I don't
yeah.
want to know. If I have to talk to that person again, I will think differently.
What else happened?
Are you okay?
We wrapped up a 2.5 year tour.
Yep.
What were some highlights? What were some
Your Memphis Grizzlies are injury depleted currently.
dude? I took a picture of our injury report the other day. It looks like a football injury report.
Yeah, I don't even know what half those injuries are.
Well, that's the thing is people are like
Thumb
like
straight. Tony Allen, get back in there, big dog.
Tony Allen. I saw Tony
Mark
Allen.
Smart or whatever.
Tony
Marcus
Allen was
Smart.
at a game the other day. I saw him. You know what's funny is like all these people still want like all these like media people. They have to have something to talk about, right? So they're talking about the Grizzlies. I'm like, dude, I went to a game the other night where we beat the Golden State Warriors, and it was literally our G League team with Jaren Jackson. We had one starter.
It's not hard to beat the Warriors right now, though.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, we're pretty beat up.
Was it you that posted something that football player that did like the shooting into the crowd, like Ja?
Oh yeah. When the football player did it,
Yeah.
and I was like, but they gave Ja did a dance where he did not make any gun gestures. I think he's a little bit smarter than that now. He's not going to do that. But then a football player did it the next week, and everyone praised him. Like, this guy's so cool. And I'm like, dude, how come my guy can't do it? Here's the thing about
Because he's from Memphis.
yeah, we haven't had the chance to talk about the Ja hypocrisy yet, which to me is wild because
I think that's probably one of the most. I don't want to say erroneous because I don't know enough about the case, but it seemed the hypocrisy attached to that seemed way overblown.
the hypocrisy attached alone would make more sense than when you get in a Josh Giddey who apparently fucked a 15-year-old girl and didn't miss one game. Allegedly. I'm sorry. Let's not, I don't want to get canceled. Allegedly, even though he did because she posted a picture of it. And then you've got Miles Bridges from Charlotte who like beat the shit out of his old lady in front of their kids playing basketball right now. You've got Draymond Green who has punched a teammate, choked out other people, physically hurt other people, 12-game suspension. Ja Morant, who because in the past he's done this once before,
What, 50-something games?
25,
25. Right?
was in his own car in a state, off season by the way, in a state where it is you can legally have a handgun on your persons or in your car with no permit. So he is holding a legally owned handgun and he holds it up in a video for 2 seconds on his buddy's Instagram live. Gets 25-game suspension. Now, is what he did smart? No, it is not. No one also ever acclaimed him to be smart. He is a basketball player. No, he's not a mathematician.
Are you saying basketball players are not smart?
I'm saying the
You're saying
majority
they
of
can't
them
reach-
aren't
well,
mathematicians. Yes,
They can reach the tall chalkboards though too.
they could definitely do some math problems on Stephen Hawking's chalkboard.
Oh boy, this is bad.
It is really hot down here. Someone please bring me water.
All right. Okay.
Please, Paul B.
give me my chair back. This is not funny anymore. Who was that comedian that was like talking about how like they liked him, but it was like the world is going to end in 2053. It's like there's some stand-up comedian that talks about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the John Morant thing was just stupid to me because like all these other guys were getting off light, and it was like they made him an example. They've done it for lots of other guys in the past. They've made people examples, and that's what happens in sports. And I will say going back to the wrapping up the 2.5 year tour, John, do you have any highlights from the 2.5 year tour?
Highlights. Well, we played every state 6 times.
We did. We're not going to do that next time.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I think what memories.
I think us deep throating some corn dogs together was pretty up
Man, with Ollie.
The fair run is always memorable just because you do the dumb shit. People watch, you eat corn dogs.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fair run is always kind of where it's at for me. You know what I mean? Like, especially I got to have my son out.
Yeah, that was fun with him, man.
Dude, you know what it made me realize? It made me realize that I can bring him anytime because he's so chill and so easy.
He babysits other people.
Yeah. It's like, and he would like help out, like do stuff. Like we had to play this one casino in Indiana. Yeah, Paul was there for this whole run where he couldn't. He had to have a guard with him at all times.
That guy was awesome.
That guy was so. And put it this way, and then at about the 11th hour, it was that guard was going to be cut, and they were putting a new guy on my son. And I go, you're staying. They go, what? I go, I already talked to your supervisor. You're staying. So I'm in Cairo, and then Ollie's about to go into Cairo. So we're in the Cairo's office and we're getting cracked up and shit. And then the other guy comes, like taps the other guy. He's like, hey, I'm replacing you. He's like, oh, my man here said I'm staying. And I was like, yeah, bro, you're staying. And to the point where I took a picture of this guy and my son because he was so cool. Yeah. Oh, dude, I'll put the picture.
Super
in here.
Pro.
He was super pro. And then this is after something else stupid happened when me and Ollie were riding our scooter around and a guy told me we had to leave the property. And like it was like a real like dick about it. I was like not okay with that. But
was that before or after you had to take an Uber to a different state?
Oh, that fair ride.
Your ID.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Oh shit.
Dumbass.
That's the longest Uber ride I've ever heard of anyone taking.
3 hours.
Dumbass, dude.
3 hours. So,
to Iowa, right?
To Iowa, from Wisconsin to Iowa.
Great Jones County Fair, right?
Great Jones County Fair. That was the day that we went out and crushed a bunch of corn dogs that day too.
You got a bloomin' onion, right?
Yeah, John got a bloomin' onion as well, and then we crushed 2 corn dogs from 2 different stands, and that's when the guy started fanboying at the first corn dog stand. That was like really cool. Yeah. We had played 2 Wisconsin shows, I believe, Madison and Madison and Green Bay.
And Sylvie.
Yep. Shout out to Epic and the Sylvie. And so then I stayed in Wisconsin because we had 2 days off. You guys had 2 days off in the middle of nowhere in Iowa. I'm taking it. That's where you were.
We saw a movie, John. Me and you.
Yep.
And I stayed home and I was like, I'm gonna get a rental car and just drive us to Iowa. It was like 3.5 hours. The day before or 2 days before in Madison, I got a prescription because I had a really bad sinus infection. And whenever we get prescriptions on tour, we give Aaron or whoever the runner is our ID, and they bring back the bag with the prescription and our IDs in the bag. My dumbass took the prescription out of the bag, forgot my driver's license was in there, threw away the bag at the hotel in Madison. Go home, don't need my ID for 2 days in the tiny little town I live in, at the Wisconsin house. Then go to the airport. My wife drops me off at the airport. We, pregnant, by the way, we go to the rental car counter. And by the way, when we get there, the rental car line is out. It's 100 people long, 100 people long. And Kathy's like, no, you're Avis preferred or whatever. So I got to go outside to this other window, walk up feeling like, I'm like, dude, I just skipped this whole line. And then they're like, oh yeah, like a ID and intro. I'm like, all right, yeah, no problem. I don't have my ID. I don't know where it is. So in the next hour, this is me calling my wife, getting her to maybe come back and drive us there and then go back. I'm like, dude, just a nightmare. To the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try to get an Uber. Try to get a car service from Iowa to come there. Try to get a car service from Milwaukee to go. Dude, nightmare. So I get on Uber and I'm like, I'm just going to try this. Dude, within 2 minutes, somebody accepted the ride. I'm like, I'm going to get to this car.
Once you get in the car, you're going to be like, hey, I got to go 17 hours away. Like, oh, yeah, I'm going. No.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way. And this lovely lady pulls up in a van and Burka, whole deal. And she goes, literally opens the door and goes, I've never been to Iowa. I'm like, well, let's go. And I was like, so we literally like rode in her car for 3.5 hours in an Uber.
One way. She has to drive back.
By the way, she told me that she wasn't going to tell her husband that she was driving to Iowa, by the way.
Rightfully so.
One-way trip.
Rightfully so. So get there. On the way there, I'm like, hey, if you want to stay for the show, like I will take care of you. You can stay for the show or whatever. She's like, no, it's okay. Then we have like trouble getting into the fair. But yeah, I sent a picture of the Uber receipt, I believe, to everybody, and it was around, I believe, $300 or something like that. Yeah.
It's actually not that bad.
Not that bad. Not
all things considered.
The rental was going to be $150 or whatever, and then you got to drive yourself.
Next time we're together,
let's see how far we can take an Uber trip
and do a live podcast,
dude. In an Uber,
we should Uber to each other to film this live. Boston to Memphis to Air Phoenix.
Paul, how much would we have to pay you to Uber from Phoenix to Memphis? Not one Uber, too. You can take multiple Ubers.
Oh my God, that would be that's like a Greyhound.
Also, while paying for your Ubers too, like we'll pay you money.
Yeah, but the goal here is to take as least amount of drivers as possible. How many do you think it would take you to get to Memphis?
Let's just see. Let me. I want to see something real quick.
I'm gonna say it's 21 hours.
Wasn't there a basketball player?
Because I drove from Nashville to here.
Wasn't there a basketball player or like a sports a famous athlete that took an Uber for like 8 hours to a game one day?
I don't know. Is that a thing that happened?
I think so. A couple years ago, it was a super long fucking Uber ride.
I don't remember that.
This plane was cut because of bad weather. He had to get to the fucking game.
I can't even look up Memphis, Tennessee.
Well, you're probably on Lyft.
Come on, dog. No. Can't even look it up. It's not even working.
Stop. What are you trying to look up? You're trying to look up Phoenix to Memphis?
Yeah.
On Uber?
Yeah.
They can't find a dumb enough person to click yes on that.
They're like, no, dude.
Who wants to go to Memphis?
They're like, Memphis Avenue? Hell yeah, right around the corner, buddy.
Like, bro, this guy's trying to murder me. He's not.
Yeah, this guy's invading fucking the Epstein list.
Well, I can tell you right now, it's a 20-hour drive.
I know that because I've driven from Nashville to Phoenix.
That's further.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It was a 24-hour drive, and I did it in one trip.
That's a lot. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been podcast 1. We're the first one back.
But we did it.
We did it. We told stories. We did some things. We'll get back in the groove of it. We just kind of wanted to get reacquainted with you, with us, with each other. As you know, what is the email, John? I forgot the email.
suplifeadvice@gmail.com.
Is it suplifeadvice? Wow. So if you have dreams, if you just missed us, if you want to tell us a story, if you want anything, email suplifeadvice@gmail.com. Paul, what's the email?
suplifeadvice@gmail.com.
John, what's the email?
suplifeadvice@gmail.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, email us. We will be back next week. And guess what? We may have Paul may read some news. I may have some gripes. John
you may have some gripes.
I'll definitely.
Brother, okay. You got gripes.
Bro,
you got 2 years that are making your hair fall out.
I've got so many gripes. One is John making fun of my hair while looking like an ad for Hair Club for Men right now. Thank you very much, John.
There's one of us that has a good head full of hair, and he wears a hat all the time.
Yeah, he's Mexican. It really makes me mad that you wear a hat.
Yeah, that's right. You grow a nice bush, dude.
Dude, you have great hair.
I got a lot of
thick, dude. Here's the thing: you can do a hair transplant with your own hair. When do you guys think you're going to be able to do one with someone else's hair?
John, when can you do it off of your back to your head?
Oh my God,
I
dude.
wish.
You look like George Clinton in the 70s if you could do that.
You could easily do a wig off of your back.
Dude,
I probably could.
you could hook me up off your back, dude. For sure, bro.
You should shave me. Or shave my back.
If we ever do a live episode, we'll shave you.
Yeah, dude, that's the one we're gonna do for sure. We do a live episode. We're gonna shave, dude, head to toe
with Zach's Manscaped.
Make him look like powder, dude. Just like straight up, just like. All right,
Zach standing on the table doing math problems.
Can't wait, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. We're glad to be back. We're happy to be back. If you want to go to Manscaped, use the code SUP. Is it seemingly unknown or SUP? Is it what?
SUP?
SUP was our. Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't know if it still works.
I don't know. We'll check it out. We'll have to see if the Manscaped code still works. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. We don't know. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. We have missed you. Hopefully you have missed us, and we will try to make this a thing again. Where I think we're going to kind of loosey-goosey it a little bit. We're obviously all of us have a lot of things to do, but I will say on a we never get real on this podcast, but on a real note, the fact that all you guys everywhere, anytime I'm out in public, say, when is the podcast coming back? Thank you very much. Obviously, it meant a lot to you. Us bumbling idiots just talking in your ear about the things that we like and
got
enjoy.
us through a shitty time in COVID, man.
Yeah, man.
That was,
we were a COVID.
I want the pandemic back. That first
Dude,
6 months
same.
was so good.
Honestly, because like
we didn't capitalize as much as we could have as creators. That's
no. But we honestly, dude, you just got a microphone for the first time, bro. Like, let's call, you know what I mean? Like,
we have the same one. Finally.
We were just trying to figure it all out at this point. You know, we were like one of the 1 million
Podcast creators.
COVID.
A ton of stop doing it. So
Dude, we were
Our testimony is we're still here.
We got to keep going because we were one of the 1 million podcast creators that started during COVID. So now we can get back in here. We can do it. It's going to be
those
fun.
other people.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck.
Pop some blue pills.
All right, everybody, be good.
Be good. Later, and we'll see you soon. Later, nerds.
I
How do I stop recording?